The sky bled fire above Earth. The moon cracked in half. Commander Darrell Bourne stood frozen, staring at the live satellite feed. The top half of the moon, the one that had lit Earth's nights for 1 billion years, was now drifting into space like broken glass. Zarkalian warships hovered where it used to be, massive and silent, blocking out stars. "What? What did they just do?" whispered Lieutenant Vega beside him. "They made a statement," Darrell replied, voice cold. "This isn't diplomacy anymore, it's war." 2 weeks ago, the Zarkalians arrived with promises, advanced technology, peace treaties, trade partnerships. Earth's leaders welcomed them like gods. But it was a lie, a trap. They weren't visitors, they were executioners. At Fort Horizon, Earth's last orbital defense base, alarms screamed. Red lights spun across steel walls. Commanders barked orders. Soldiers ran to battle stations. Darrell stared at the tactical display. "They've taken the moon. What's next, sir?" Vega pointed at the screen. "Zarkalian ships are descending directly over New Berlin, Osaka, Cairo, and Central Command in Washington. 4 cities, 4 capitals, 4 attacks, simultaneous." Darrell slammed his fist into the table. "They're not invading. They're wiping us out. Commander," a voice came through the comms, "we've lost contact with Earth Command. We're on our own." In space, the Zarkalian fleet moved like a swarm of giants. Their ships were black like obsidian, shaped like razors, humming with alien power. Inside the largest one sat Lady Valerie Nex, supreme strategist of the Zarkalian Empire. Her skin shimmered deep blue, her silver eyes calm as a storm. "Phase 1 is complete," her officer reported. "Earth's moon is destroyed, their satellites are falling, civilian panic is spreading." Valerie didn't blink. "Good. Fear softens the will. Bring me a human commander alive. I want to see how long their defiance lasts when everything burns." Back on Earth, Darrell's voice cut through the chaos. "All units, activate planetary defense grid. Do not wait for approval. Fire at will." Fort Horizon's railguns roared to life, shooting piercing rounds into the sky. Plasma turrets lit the clouds with green lightning, but the Zarkalian shields didn't even flicker. "They're adapting too fast," yelled a soldier. "It's like they're learning every time we fire." "Then stop firing the same way," Darrell snapped. "Use unpredictable patterns. Target weak points. Aim for joints, wings, anything unstable." But even as he gave the order, a deafening explosion rocked the base. Part of the command tower collapsed in flames. Smoke and screams filled the air. "Sir," Vega coughed, "they breached the west gate." "Pull back," Darrell yelled. "Seal the east corridor. Get the wounded out." A blast sent him flying. He landed hard, head spinning, ears ringing. As he tried to get up, he saw the shadow. Not a human, not one of theirs. An armored figure stepped through the fire, taller than any man, skin shimmering like metal, eyes glowing white. It didn't speak, it didn't have to. The moment Darrell saw it, he knew he was prey. The creature raised a weapon, but instead of firing, it released a pulse of energy. Darrell's world twisted, colors bled together, then darkness. He woke in chains inside a glass cell, glowing faint blue, floating somewhere far from Earth. Outside the glass, stars drifted past. Lady Valerie Nex stood watching him, arms behind. Darrell Bourne woke to silence. Not the silence of peace, but the kind that pressed against your ears like deep water. He was floating. A thin mist filled the glass pod around him, glowing with soft blue light. Strange patterns pulsed along the walls, alive like veins under skin. He tried to move. Nothing. His arms and legs were locked in a magnetic field. He wasn't on Earth anymore. Subject 12A, human male, high neural activity, strong resistance, the voice echoed from nowhere and everywhere. Calm, artificial, watching. He was being studied. His mind flashed with memories, The moon splitting, Fort Horizon burning, the silver-eyed alien woman with a voice like a storm. Lady Valerie Nex. She hadn't killed him, which meant she wanted something. Outside the pod, Valerie stood with two scientists. One tapped a glowing panel, while the other held a slender bone-white scanner. "This one has potential," the scientist said. "His DNA is adapting faster than expected." "Of course it is," Valerie replied. "Humans are chaos, fire wrapped in flesh, unstable, but interesting." She stepped forward, gazing at Darrell through the glass. "Can you hear me, Commander?" He stared back. His eyes said it all. "You will not break me." Valerie smiled faintly. "Your body lies, but your mind screams. Let's see how deep the fire goes." Suddenly, the walls around them dissolved. The mist vanished. Darrell dropped to the floor, coughing, disoriented, but free. Weapons were useless here. So were threats. He had nothing but words. "What do you want?" he growled. Valerie circled him slowly, like a lioness testing a new prey. "Understanding. Your species fights like no other we've encountered. You should have surrendered. Instead, you bled the sky." She paused in front of him. "You interest me." "I'm not here for your curiosity," he said. "No," she agreed. "You're here because I spared you, a gift most of your kind did not receive." Suddenly, the walls around them changed, becoming a simulation, a battlefield, Earth's battlefield. Smoke, explosions, broken bodies. Valerie walked through the projection like a ghost. "You call us monsters, invaders, but your kind. You burn your own cities for oil. You poison your seas. You make war for sport." She turned. "So tell me, Commander Bourne, what makes humans worth saving?" Darrell stepped closer, eyes locked with hers. "Because when we fight, it's not for greed, it's for survival, for family, for the kid trapped under rubble, the mother waiting in an evac camp, the soldier who holds the line, even when all hope is gone." He jabbed a finger at her chest. "That's what makes us human. We fight for each other." For a moment, Valerie said nothing. Then her voice softened. "Maybe that's what makes you dangerous." Meanwhile, on Earth, deep beneath the ruins of Fort Horizon, the Omega Protocol had awakened, and Project Razor, a forgotten experiment from Earth's darkest hours, was now active. A sleek humanoid figure emerged from a cryopod, armor fused with alien tech. Its eyes lit up blue. Its voice echoed through the chamber. "Target confirmed. Zarkalian Empire. Mission, retaliation." A hidden voice from the control room whispered, "God help them. It's awake." Back aboard the Zarkalian ship, Darrell sat in a sleek metallic chamber, no longer a prisoner, but not quite a guest. Valerie had returned alone. No gods, no Arma, just her and a question. "Tell me, Commander." She poured 2 glasses of a glowing drink. "Have you ever wondered why we chose Earth?" Darrell didn't answer. "We scanned hundreds of planets. Yours wasn't the richest or the strongest, but something in your biology resonated. You fight harder, heal faster, you evolve." She slid the glass toward him. "You're not prey. You're raw power waiting to be claimed." "Claimed by who?" he asked. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "By whatever dares to bond with it." Darrell leaned back, suddenly aware that this wasn't. Darrell Bourne woke up burning, not in fire, not in pain, but something inside him was alive. He lay on a bed in a dark chamber, sweat on his skin, muscles twitching. His veins glowed faintly blue under the surface. Every breath he took felt sharper, louder, as if his lungs were learning how to breathe again, but for something more than air. He gripped the edge of the bed. His strength had changed, his heartbeat no longer normal. And then he saw it, his reflection in the polished wall. His eyes were glowing. A soft voice came from the corner. "You're adapting faster than I expected." Lady Valerie Nex stood in the shadows, arms folded, eyes unreadable. "What did you do to me?" Darrell demanded, standing up unsteady. "I didn't do anything," she said, stepping into the light. Your body is doing this on your own. You're changing." He shook his head. "No, I'm human. Whatever this is, it is still human," she said gently. "Just upgraded." Valerie approached slowly, like one would approach a wild creature. "Do you remember the gas we used when we took your base? It was meant to paralyze your soldiers, shut down the nervous system. And," Darrell asked, "it should have killed you." She looked at him like a puzzle. "But it didn't. Your body fought back. Your DNA adapted." She picked up a glowing scanner from the table and tossed it to him. "See for yourself." He looked at the data. Blood cells enhanced, reflexes 3 times baseline, cognitive response accelerating. "You're becoming something new," Valerie whispered, "and I think I know why." Back on Earth, deep under